Chapter 6. The Night Before Graduation. The girls had a pajama party to celebrate Seina's graduation the next day. All the Kabit girls were now able to turn into humanoids, so they celebrated by getting drunk. 3 barrels of Shinju sake and juice arrived from Sasami. They played the message attached to the barrel. Kariko, I heard from Noik that you're having a party tonight to celebrate Seina's graduation. I'm sure everyone will want to celebrate, so I've sent you sake and juice made by Tsunami. See you later, bye-bye. Sasami said, smiling with Ryoki. Behind her, you could see Noik smiling. The monitor disappeared after the message was over. Oh, dear. Tsunami, Kariko said, unsettled. Hakuren was also visibly shocked. What's wrong, Kariko-san, Hakuren? They explained what Shinju sake was to the other girls. Amain's penthouse was hosting a slumber party to celebrate Seina's graduation the next day. After all, Seina would be returning home after the graduation ceremony tomorrow, so the ladies' only living arrangement would end today, and this party would also serve as a launchpad for that. Yes, I know. It's as if it's been about 10 years. If you just look at the events that have happened, it's not even close. Irma, Ryoko in particular, would agree. Pirate relations can fluctuate over hundreds of years if you look at it from the bottom, but from a historical perspective, it could be thousands or tens of thousands of years. In the history books, it would be like the pirates suddenly disappeared. It's spectacular just to see all the people gathered here. Neiju looked around the living room to see Kariko's team, Hakuren's team, Aka with Fuku, and Miki in human form. Each of them had changed into their night clothes and were sitting down. As one would expect, the presence of Aka and Fuku made it impossible to have a sexual conversation. They decided to leave the special items for Seina's return and wear ordinary pajamas with a matching design. They were all beautiful women with a strong presence. Jaikirin, for example, was particularly sexy, and Kariko, in her haste to neutralize the situation, had her hugging Aka and Fuku. Jaikirin, who had been emanating a bewitching aura and scent that would make even a woman dizzy, was transformed into a holy mother in no time, and the strongest attack at this stage was probably the pairing of Aka and Fuku. The destruction of the Daruma Guild was also all centered on Seina, which is amazing, since quite a lot of detailed information was gathered at the Tarrant base. Well, I had some free time, so I had time to read a lot of other things. The data Miki brought back was named the M report, and a dedicated analysis team was formed. It must be very interesting to read. It wasn't all that pleasant to look at, though. But what about Kirchi? You had a backup of NB's memories, but you didn't integrate Seina's consciousness, did you? It was originally intended as psychotherapy for Seina, so once that was fulfilled, I couldn't ask for more. Besides, now that I have a body, I can have direct contact with Seina, and my memories of that place are all I need. You're so cute, Amain said and hugged Kirchi. After all, Kirchi as a human being looked much more glamorous than she did in the data. Originally, Kirchi's personal data was only appearance data, and when NB transformed, it was only a reproduction of that data. This time, however, she had a body with the same functions as a human being. The rawness and aura of talent that radiated from it could not be compared to NB's transformation. Not to mention the fact that her body was designed by Washu. At times, her presence was comparable to that of Amain or Jaikirin. Oh no. But you should share the Peeping Tom data with us. At Miki's words, all the women present reacted at once. By the way, Aka and Fuku's ears were firmly held by Jaikirin and Suerin. In case you're wondering, we have a censored one ready for you. Hey, we also have uncensored material. Kirchi was stared at by all of them and succumbed to their intimidation. Well, how are Hakuren and the others going to be treated? We have been reassigned to the Jurai clan, a branch of the Masaki family, under the direct control of Yamada Seina-sama. However, until Seina-sama comes of age, Kariko-sama will have direct command, but Seina-sama will have priority over us in case of emergency. In any case, we will be flexible. A branch of the Masaki family? I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It's a bit of a quibble, because with Zin's background, we could have founded a new royal family, but since we'll be affiliated with the GP, we'll be part of Funaho-sama's family. I don't know what will happen in the future, but when he comes of age and his position here is solidified, he may become the first independent branch of the family outside of Jurai. That would be great. Well, I guess that's still a long way off. After all, you're finally graduating from the GP Academy, aren't you? Kukukukuku. So, Kuriko, how many of them do you think will have stamps tomorrow? Well, I think it was about 80% when we were there, but I can't predict. Oh, that one. I couldn't attend. Too bad. Mickey came in on the conversation. What are you talking about? Niju asked, to which the GP Academy graduates who knew what was going on could only respond with a smile. Well, that's something for tomorrow. Amain tried to pour the old wine into the empty glass, but the bottle was already empty. Damn, I should have just taken the entire contents of the warehouse with me. We can all drink a glass or two of this vintage stuff, she said. We've got 3 wooden barrels that Sasami-sama sent us to celebrate the occasion, so let's open those. In the corner of the living room, 3 1-meter-long wooden barrels were placed haphazardly. The barrels were made of very old-looking wood, wrapped in pure white washi paper, with names written in ink. Shinju? 2 alcoholic beverages and 1 fruit juice. From the surface, it doesn't look ready-made. Kuriko, have you heard of it? No, I've never heard of it. Maybe it's homemade. Maybe it was prototyped at Tenchi's house. Oh, I have a message for you. She activated the video data that came with the wood barrel. Kuriko, I heard from Noik that tonight is the eve of Seina's graduation from the GP Academy. I'm sure everyone will have a great time, so I'm going to send you some of Tsunami-chan's sake and juice. See you later. Bye. Sasami and Ryuoki were beaming, and behind them, a silent Noik could be seen with a big smile on her face. When the message ended, the monitor quickly disappeared. Hehe. Tsunami-sama made it for US. Having said that much, Kuriko froze. Not only her, but also Hakurin and the others. What's wrong, Kuriko? Hakurin, everyone. What a funny girl. Hey, Tsunami-sama is the name of the founder of Royal Trees, right? Only then did Amain, Niju, and Irma notice. What, now Amain-sensei and the others are? 2. Everyone looked at Amain and the others curiously. Well, that's surprising, isn't it? Have you guys ever heard of Shinju sake? Amain barely reacted, but still couldn't seem to stop shaking. I believe it's a fruit wine made from the fruit of the royal trees. When 1 bottle of it was released onto the market once, it was priced at an auction where you could buy 1 star. I remember reading about it on the news. Kirchi tilted her head slightly and said as she recalled. What? Wait, is that true? I mean, money is where it's at, no way. Mickey and Kirchi froze at Amain's words. Aka, Fuku, and D were the only ones who were staring blankly. Of course, Kuriko and the rest of the group, who were then reactivated, enjoyed Sasami's gift. In the dormitory of the GP Academy, Seina and his teammates were in the middle of the roll call that took place every night. As usual, Seina was scanned in an upright and immobile position, which caused a bit of an error, but that just proved it was Seina. The instructor, accustomed to this happening every time, smiled with satisfaction. Okay. It looks like you're all here. Tomorrow is the graduation ceremony. You should get some rest today. Yes, sir. At Seina and the others' cheerful replies, the instructors grinned and disappeared. Graduation at last. It's a little sad to see this roll call come to an end, isn't it? Released from his upright and immobile position, Rajo stretched widely. Tomorrow we'll be working, and we won't be able to do anything stupid anymore. That's the most unsuitable line for Kenneth. But today we're still students. And student night is just getting started. Kenneth's eyes twinkled. Shall we go? Shall we go? Seriously? Seina realized what Kenneth and the others were trying to say and giggled. Well, he had expected some of it from the mood of his peers before. Seina, you'll go out with us today, right? You'll go out with us, won't you? I don't have a choice. After all, the 3 of them were a team. They should always work together.